Hi, everyone. Welcome to this information session for the Think Energy Eco Flow Battery Program. If you could, go ahead and put who you are and where you're calling from in the chat. Please put name of your business and where you're from in the chat. Thank you. We'll get started right about 5 after the hour. Again, welcome to the call. Please put who you are and where you're calling from in the chat. We will have some of our team tracking that, especially if you're one of the businesses that have been invited by our team.
Every summer we see it. Record heat, record energy demand, and the same story on repeat. Regular outages, soaring prices, a grid pushed to the breaking point.
The Earth is still hot, and so is the demand for electricity.
More energy is better than less energy.
With the rise of AI technology, demand on power plants is increasing.
Here's the thing. The grid we all depend on was built more than 100 years ago, for a time when electricity flowed one way, from a few big power plants to every home and business. But that world has changed. Today, millions of devices draw power every second. Demand for electricity keeps growing, but the grid hasn't kept pace. And it's not steady. Some hours we have plenty of power, others we're short. That's why electricity now costs different amounts at different times of day. When demand peaks, energy gets expensive. And when we need less energy, it's cheap. And this means consumers have to work harder and pay more for less reliable energy. Until now. A quiet revolution has started. Home batteries can now store energy when it's cheap or abundant, and use or even sell it back when it's needed most. Link thousands of those batteries together with smart software, and you get something entirely new called a virtual power plant. Instead of waiting for a distant generator to fire up, these connected devices can instantly feed energy back into the grid. The grid pays providers for this support. Those earnings can be shared with customers, lowering costs for the homeowners whose batteries made it possible. For consumers, that means significantly lower costs, predictable rates, and backup power when the grid fails, along with a direct role in building a cleaner, more resilient energy system. We are reshaping how electricity works as we're preparing to bring this idea to scale.
Think Plus will be partnering with a next-generation virtual power plant, connecting homes, batteries, and people into one intelligent energy network.
Our consumers will pay much less for even more reliable energy, with backup power for their homes. And when enough homes join, the grid gets stronger and energy becomes something we all share. This is the power of connection.
Coming soon from Think Plus.
Don't worry if you did not get to see all of that. We will play it again later on in the presentation. Just while we were waiting for folks to come in, I wanted to have everybody take a look at where we're going. And so if you are a guest here, if you're one of our electrician provider, solar provider partners who got a call from our team, in the chat, just give a name of who you are and where you're calling from. My name is Julius Weems. I'm going to be your host today. We're going to be roughly about 20 minutes. Excited about to share what we're launching in the Texas area and some other things as well. So, hey, welcome to the call, Mark. We will be posting, just so you guys all know, we'll be posting questions in the chat. Also, right after this presentation, You will also be getting a message from our marketing partner that reached out to you, and they will be sending you over information on how to get started, how to follow up and see this overview again. We will be having this overview again today at 3 o'clock Central and 4 o'clock Eastern. So for all of our electrician, solar, home improvement partners that have been invited, we will be running this again at 4 o'clock. So I want to again welcome all of you. Dixie from Lighthouse in Austin, welcome to everyone. This is an exciting time. Many of you know electricity, so I'm not going to give you a lesson on electricity and technology. What I will say is this presentation today is the future of energy. We are an energy technology company that is bridging energy, automation, and AI, and I get to share that with you today. And you can decide if you want to join us as we launch an innovation in Texas in March. I'm so excited to have all of you on. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, if you have questions while we go along, I want you to feel free to post those into the chat. We have an incredible team here that will be answering questions. If we cannot answer a question, we will be following up with you with information as we go along. So again, and go ahead and post that for me, Amanda, in the chat, just to let people know that they can post questions during the whole presentation. We will have people answering those questions. And then at the end, I will have a Q&A where I go over the questions that you post. So again, welcome to the call, everyone. My name is Julius Weems. I'm an independent advisor and national leader here at Think Plus. And today we're going to be talking specifically about our free home battery installer program and overview. We are in the process of launching innovation that has never been done before in the energy space. And we are doing a pilot of the program in Texas. We will be rolling out across the country, but we are going to be piloting in Texas become March of this year. And you were called by one of our energy partners to introduce you and invite you to this call so that you could take a look. It is a look at what we see as the future of energy. I'm sure many of you have continued to hear about artificial intelligence and automation, and some of you are automation installers where you've installed automation tools and as far as thermostats and also home chargers. So today, let's step right in. I'm actually an engineer by education, also a technologist for the last 20 years, building technologies and solutions that allow people to be more effective with companies that you may all know around the country. But today, I get to share something that I get excited because energy has not really changed in the last 50 years. Some of the tools, some of the tips, and some of the things we've seen have, but the core fundamental energy and energy demand infrastructure has stayed the same. So let's walk through a little bit about our company. We actually started 2.5 years ago. We actually started with an investment from one of the largest investment funds in renewable energy with a $100 million investment. Our CEO actually had grown a company in the energy space to a little over $300 million and sold it for $500 million. And so when he did that, he understood that the future of energy was coming. And so he began to look at technologies and innovations that would be able to create a savings for customers, but not just a savings, but how do you control energy flow, automation, energy coming in, selling back to the grid? And he started building solutions. I'm going to walk you through those solutions, and then we're going to close out with our free energy program. And so our core function and goal was simple, is how do we allow customers to be able to understand the choices they have, understand a level of transparency that sometimes when we look at the markets and I'm going to talk about Texas specifically, you're looking at a $40 billion energy market with 26 million potential customers that some of you work with. And then sustainability. How do we create solutions that are sustainable long-term? Everything I share with you today is going to be different than your typical energy overview, because what we've seen prices rise, but we haven't seen the ability to control shifting costs available to people. But we see in technology every day that people are taking control of solutions. So we look at Amazon, we look at how they control how we get information. We look at social media, we look at algorithms in social media that control what we see. But then we can't control savings for customers, and that just didn't make sense for us. So Over the last 3 years, we all know energy costs have continued to rise. We know the reason for it is transition to renewables, electric vehicle demand, and data centers and artificial intelligence have now been seen as one of the largest consumers of energy that we've ever seen in history. Sam Altman of OpenAI was really clear. He said, look, there's 148 million homes in the United States. He said, we're going to need more energy than every home in the US in order to do what we want to do with AI. Now, you may be a technologist, you may not be, you may like technology, not like technology, but wherever you are, I want you to understand that we are seeing a shift in your businesses that we've never seen before, because we know that with artificial intelligence, it is going to impact the cost of energy at homes like we've never seen before. Global instability. We are cutting our demand and our desire to purchase energy offshore. So we want to be able to generate energy here in the US. We want to use US-based resources. And even with oil and coal and natural gas, we still can't meet the level of demand that we're going to need for the next 10 years. And so that is what we have stepped into and we are attempting to do. Our current market size is listed here, 40 million potential customers. We offer a series of solutions that I want to share with you. 4 solutions today. Out of those 4 solutions, the final one is why you all were invited here, but I want to make sure you get to see the components of what we have. Let's step into our first solution, which is proprietary to our company. And it is a solution that is, let me just make sure we're sharing audio. It is a solution that literally is using artificial intelligence, the thing that uses all the energy, to make a decision on energy costs for a customer. So let's take a quick look at this, and then we'll move on.
Welcome to AutoSave, the easiest way to save money on electricity automatically. No more shopping around, no fees, no risk. Just guaranteed savings anytime Think Energy is your supplier. Everyone uses energy differently, yet most people pay the same price. We believe you should be rewarded for being a smart energy user. With AutoSave, your Think Energy rate is personalized just for you. Here's how it works. You sign up for AutoSave. We review your personalized Think Energy rate offer every month. If your personalized rate offer can beat the utility's price to compare, we switch you. If not, you're served by the utility. We look for savings every month so you don't have to. And as you can see, over time, your savings can really add up. If there's an opportunity to save with Think Energy, it'll happen, all upside, with the peace of mind of the utility's standard rate as your safety net. Simple, risk-free, and automatic. And you'll always know what's happening. We actively monitor your savings potential and notify you if your energy supply changes. Still the same utility, still the same bill. Just guaranteed savings anytime Think Energy is your supplier, with no interruption to your service. AutoSave is all upside, and you'll have peace of mind knowing that you'll never pay more than your utility's standard rate. That's AutoSave. And now, welcome to AutoSave. The savings can happen, all upside, automatic. Just guaranteed savings anytime Think Energy is your supplier, with no interruption to your service. AutoSave is all upside, and you'll have peace of mind knowing that you'll never pay more than your utility's standard rate. That's AutoSave. And now, when you connect your smart thermostat to your account, Think Energy will unlock an enhanced product, guaranteeing you'll save at least 5% below your utility's price to compare every month. No fees, no stress, no risk. Just guaranteed savings anytime Think Energy is your supplier, automatically.
So our first product that we created is an AI automation solution called AutoSave. It's guaranteeing that a customer will never pay more than the utility price. And so we do not put a cap on our savings, and we can guarantee that to any customer, no renewals and no cancellation fee. This product is currently available in the following markets. And so I know many of you are from Texas. We'll be talking about Texas, but this is a product we launched in these states, and every customer in the state qualifies for this product. So the second thing we did was we'll talk about thermostats because we do have a smart thermostat program in Texas. But this product, AutoSave, will allow us to guarantee savings to customers, minimum 5% with no cap on that. If we can't save them money, they'll automatically switch back to the utility. So this is our first product. It's based on a technology we built called Proton, and we'll be scaling this across the country as well. The second product is Community Solar. Community Solar is not available in Texas at the moment, but is an innovation that we're continuing to see is to scale across the country. We are the largest aggregator of solar farms in the United States when it comes to community solar. So take a look at this and then we'll move on.
Imagine saving money on your electric bill just by supporting clean energy in your community. With Think Community Solar, you can, and it's easier than you think. You can now subscribe to a local solar farm and receive solar credits that lower your utility bill, with discounts ranging from 5 to 25% on those credits. It's part of a growing effort to expand access to clean energy, and you're invited to be part of it. When you subscribe, you're allocated a portion of a local solar farm. As your share generates electricity, you earn solar credits that reduce your utility bill. For example, if the discount in your area is 20% and your share produces $100 worth of electricity, you'll see a $100 credit on your utility bill. Then you'll pay Think Community Solar just $80 for those credits, saving you $20. Think of it like buying a $100 gift card for just $80, and then the full $100 automatically going toward your bill. Sign up in 3 minutes. No rooftop required. Rent, own, house, apartment, all qualify, and your savings can really add up. 5% minimum, up to 25% in some areas, depending on your state, for up to 20 years. Best of all, you're helping fund local solar projects that create jobs, reduce emissions, and power a cleaner future. This is Think Community Solar. Local energy, zero hassle.
So Community Solar offers this benefit to our customers, guaranteed savings for up to 20 years, rooftop not required, free to install. You can cancel at any time and renters qualify. It's 5 to 25% based on the market you're in. Here are the current states that we offer Community Solar in. Many of you know that are in the electricity space know that Community Solar is limited because solar farms fill up. People are subscribing to the farm. They're getting that credit from the farm. They do fill up, and we have to have a capacity challenge there, and that continues across the country. We're continually working with the largest providers that are giving us additional capacity, but this is how we launched the company and have scaled across the country to this point. So let's step right into why we came here and why you all are here. You all are running small and medium-sized businesses, and we are excited to be able to partner with you in a way that we have never seen before. So we already know Texas is the largest energy market in the country, $40 billion retail energy market, 26 million regulated customers. 1/7 of America's electricity is consumed in Texas. And right now we know that the largest AI data centers will be parked in Texas. We're looking at anywhere from $10 billion to $50 billion is going to be spent in Texas building AI data centers, which are going to be the largest consumers. Now, on a retail standpoint, we are a retail supplier in one part of our business. So our retail supplier business, we knew that coming to Texas was not going to be a game. In Texas, you have to do everything big. So we said we have to have the biggest savings. Now, there's 116 providers in Texas selling energy, and we knew that coming to Texas, just having energy products, rate products, was not going to be enough for us to have a real conversation, not even a real conversation with all of you. So we came into the market. We're very competitive rates. We're one of the top rate companies in the state right now. So if someone goes to be a supplier with us, they're going to get some of the cheapest rates in the state out of 116 providers. But we realized there had to be more value. And so this is where we step in to this incredible moment in time that I'm sharing with you. So the first thing we did was say, okay, someone can save 10, 20% with us on just energy supply. But then how do we guarantee savings in Texas when we know prices change all the time? And so what we did is created a technology called Think Smart. And Think Smart is similar to what you saw before, but now we're guaranteeing $120 off a customer's bill every single year based on
At Think Energy,
technology
we built a way to lower your
Take a look
energy
at
bill and keep your home comfortable, and you'll barely have to lift a finger. Now live in Texas, Think Smart is an innovative technology designed to save you money on autopilot. All you need is 5 minutes to connect your Wi-Fi enabled Ecobee, Honeywell, or Residio thermostat, and we'll drive it from there. ThinkSmart optimizes your energy usage by making small adjustments, just a few degrees, to keep you comfortable and lower your energy bills. And you can always override it for complete control. Once connected, you'll receive $10 in monthly bill credits for as long as the devices remain connected. Savings that add up. Ready to save effortlessly? Join the community of energy-savvy customers lowering their bills and enjoying total comfort. To learn more, contact your local Think Plus independent energy advisor. It's time to think smart with Think Energy.
And so in Texas, the first thing we came out with was coming in with great products to lower costs. Number two, we added on to that Think Smart. And today I get to share with you our free home energy program that we have launched. I'm going to start with this video that I'm going to jump out of this really quickly. We're going to start with this video just explaining what the program is and what each of you will begin to learn about. I want you to write down the word virtual power plant. If you haven't heard of some of the folks we talked to, are very familiar, but this is happening and this is the future of what energy could look like. So take a look at this quick video and then we're going to step into some details.
Every summer we see it. Record heat, record energy demand, and the same story on repeat. Regular outages, soaring prices, a grid pushed to the breaking point.
The Earth is still hot, and so is the demand for electricity.
More energy is better than less energy.
With the rise of AI technology, demand on power plants is increasing.
Here's the thing. The grid we all depend on was built more than 100 years ago, for a time when electricity flowed one way, from a few big power plants to every home and business. But that world has changed. Today, millions of devices draw power every second. Demand for electricity keeps growing, but the grid hasn't kept pace. And it's not steady. Some hours we have plenty of power, others we're short. That's why electricity now costs different amounts at different times of day. When demand peaks, energy gets expensive. And when we need less energy, it's cheap. And this means consumers have to work harder and pay more for less reliable energy. Until now. A quiet revolution has started. Home batteries can now store energy when it's cheap or abundant, and use or even sell it back when it's needed most. Link thousands of those batteries together with smart software, and you get something entirely new called a virtual power plant. Instead of waiting for a distant generator to fire up, these connected devices can instantly feed energy back into the grid. The grid pays providers for this support. Those earnings can be shared with customers, lowering costs for the homeowners whose batteries made it possible. For consumers, that means significantly lower costs, predictable rates, and backup power when the grid fails, along with a direct role in building a cleaner, more resilient energy system. We are reshaping how electricity works as we're preparing to bring this idea to scale.
Think Plus will be partnering with a next-generation virtual power plant, connecting homes, batteries, and people into one intelligent energy network.
Our consumers will pay much less for even more reliable energy, with backup power for their homes. And when enough homes join, the grid gets stronger and energy becomes something we all share. This is the power of connection.
Coming soon from Think Plus.
Well, that is why many of you are here today, and we're going to go into this incredible program and also the partnerships we've made. The first thing that I want to step into is our energy part, our battery partner, because many of you want to know, well, Julius, who are you guys partnered with and what's the product? Because many of you are going to be, that choose to join us will be installers for this program. And so one of the things I want to start with is just going over our battery partner. That was a big step for us, because one of the things we wanted to make sure of is that if we step into this space, we chose the right partner that also could integrate our software that's going to be talking between our customers. And you saw in the video, you saw the idea of, yeah, it'd be great. How do you create a virtual power plant, which is the ability to control devices in a home a battery on a software, but how do you get thousands and tens of thousands of people to get involved with a home battery program? That's really the question, because right now, most home battery solutions have a large cost. And so we're partnering with EcoFlow, and EcoFlow is going to be our home battery partner. We have not only done research, our CEO has gone to look at the product, brought the product to us in Dallas at the Gaylord at our convention a month ago. And we believe we have a great partner that's going to be with us a long time. So what does the customer get, and what are we asking all of you for? Let's take a look at the EcoFlow battery solution, and then we're going to go from there. Let's see what's going on. My 100 ways to destroy an EcoFlow battery. Let's see here. All right, 1 second, everybody. You gotta love technology. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go in. I'm going to bring that back to you in a second, but let's just go into what are we going to be offering to customers. So number one is when someone becomes a customer on a home battery program, their savings, we're in the process of looking at what that savings number is going to be. We know it's going to be significant because now we're going to be buying energy cheap, and many suppliers in the Texas market have different times of day costs, and then they doing free weekends and different things to lower energy costs. But we're going to be storing the cheap energy on the battery and then using the cheap energy and selling access back to the grid, okay? Then they're going to have free home backup, right? They're going to have a free home backup to their home, and there will be no cost for the install. Now, that is the part that was exciting to us. We're going to cover the cost and the warranty, which is 15 years on the battery. And so the question that we had when we were all in Texas is really simple. Well, do we have enough installers to meet the demand? Our company has a 30,000 person sales force right now. And do we have enough installers to meet the demand? How do we get them certified? How do we make sure that they have the training they need to do this? And they sent me off on a mission to say, okay, well, let's find partners that can step in, learn how to do the installs, and then they pretty much, all of you who partner with us will get a sales force of 30,000 people driving business to your business every single month. So we're excited, and that's why I said let's get ahead of this thing. We have 90 days. We're going to be onboarding installers that choose to join us, but we will be using the Ocean Pro battery, and I want to just take a look at that. So we're going to be using the Ocean Pro battery from EcoFlow. We will have videos, trainings, in-person trainings, all available to you in order for you to become certified. Some of you are already installing EcoFlow batteries, just not with our software and APIs. And so we'll also be talking to you guys about that as well. But you will be, for those of you who choose to, you will be an installer with us, and our sales force turns on in March, okay, where we will be going across Texas installing free home batteries to families across the state. We are currently in a beta stage where we are selecting select homeowners to be a part of the program. To be in the program, the homeowner must use at least 1,500 kilowatts per month. 1,500 kilowatts per month, and they must have at least a 700 credit score to qualify for the battery. So on the consumer side, now our sales leaders will be, qualifying folks on our end. But I want you guys to know that's what we're looking for. Many of you have customers already. So if you're interested in bringing any of your customers into that beta program to do that install, we'll work with you to do that. So the EcoFlow battery, one of the biggest things the Ocean Pro, we actually can support homes up to 3,500 all the way up to about 8,000 square feet. We can daisy chain the batteries together within a home as well. So we'll talk more about that. If there are questions you all have that we cannot answer today, we will have a Q&A for everyone, and we'll send that Q&A out if there are questions we cannot answer. And so the next question that you have is, well, Julius, how do we become partners? How do we become installers for this program? And I want to step into that very quickly. So the first thing is it's a two-step process, and I'm going to share with you why, okay? So number one is that any installers that come into the program, we're looking at two revenue streams for your business. Number one is, yes, you will become an installer. We will then be out finding customers. Then the company will be contacting you for installs, right? So that's a very straightforward direction. But we also are having you become an affiliate partner, because if you bring us a customer on the battery program, that's one of your current customers, we allow you not only to get paid for the install, but get paid a residual every month on the usage. So we're saying, like, if you have a customer base already that you say, oh, I'm going to go to my customer base and introduce this to them, we're not only want you to be incentivized on the install, but we want you to be incentivized on the usage, which you'll get paid on as long as that customer is utilizing that battery, right? Which the warranty is 15 years, but that is something that will be set up. So the first step after today's call is that the person that my sales agent that reached out to you is going to send you an email message to get set up as an affiliate partner. To be set up as an affiliate partner is $59 a year, one time, no monthly. Now, to become an installer, it's free of charge. I just want you guys to know that. So to become an affiliate partner, you do that. You do a certification, which takes about 30 minutes. You do a background check that takes about 10 minutes. That's done. When that's done, you're going to get an automatic email to do your installer application, which that application is very simple. The training for that is very simple. And then you'll start getting communications about the next steps as we get closer to launching in March. You will get information about the beta program, where we will say to you, look, if you have customers already that you're working with, let's go ahead and if you want to bring any of those customers into the battery beta program, you can go to your customers that love you and trust you, right? And say, hey, look, would you like a free battery on your home, right? Like, that is just such a powerful statement. Also, you're all going to get access to our sales force of 30,000 at no charge. So you literally are turning on a funnel, and our company will be looking at, okay, well, how many installs per week? We're looking at, an installer can do anywhere, I think it was from 4 to 8 installs per week. And that we'll be looking at that, monitoring that, doing quality assurance on that process, because our goal is not only to roll out in Texas, but across the country. What we'll do is that also, as we get closer, we'll be talking about, we know what we'll be paying for the install. We haven't completely locked down. We know that it will be, significant based on, we know how much battery installs come based on volume, but we will, over the next 30 to 60 days, be very clear on, based on, what the job is, how we're pricing it, and what you guys will be paid on it. So that is in the process as we speak. I wanted to have that before this call, but I also wanted to be able to get installers in the funnel, in the process, across the state as soon as possible. So that was the reason why we wanted to have this information call today. Also, some of the questions we're getting from the field is that, do I need to be an affiliate partner to be an installer? The answer is yes. You must be an affiliate partner. And the reason why is that we want you to be connected to the company as an affiliate, so you can get paid on any customers you choose to bring into the ecosystem. So for example, if let's say you got 100 customers that you work with, and you take them the battery program, you install the battery for free, they have that benefit. That customer also will be yours on the usage side as well as the install side. So it allows us to make sure our installers are not only vested, but also benefiting from their customer base as well, and then also from the customers that they install for us. And so this is how you get started. After this call, you're going to get an email in the next 10 to 15 minutes. and that email will be to have you get set up. Once you're set up, you will begin to go through the install partner process. You will then get emails from EcoFlow on your actual sign up process, your training for your company. That'll come directly from EcoFlow as a part of the Think Plus partnership. So if you're already EcoFlow partner or installer, what we're going to do is that we're going to make sure that you're signed up as an affiliate partner, and then we're going to make sure that we link you to the EcoFlow Think Plus partnership. Now, this is a little bit different because we're building with EcoFlow the software that will exist and the APIs that will exist to build virtual power plants. Now, virtual power plants give us the ability to take any device in a home, the smart thermostat, the car charger, and now the battery. We can track the energy that's stored on the battery, and then we can now distribute that energy back to the grid. And if we have 10,000 homes on batteries, it allows us to generate an incredible profit and also savings back to our customer so that we can put 10, 20, 30, 40,000 batteries in Texas. And as we're doing that over the next year, we're looking, installers will benefit, your businesses will grow, we're supporting back into the community. And that's a big part of what we want to do. And so that's the foundation of what's happening. We will be having this conversation again at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern. Let's go into answering questions. Amanda, are you there? Can you?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's go ahead and let me take a look at and I'm also going to have an email and a phone number for everybody at the end if there are questions. So let me go over here. All right, let me scroll up. Welcome everybody to the call. Okay, so let's start putting questions in. Is EcoFlow the first battery that will be launched in the VPP program? It will be the first battery launched in our VPP program with our software. Yes, so this is our first battery partner. We know there's tons of batteries out there. For us, it was about, okay, how do we find a high quality partner that our software will operate on and we will be able to support across our APIs and technology on the that will be integrated with EcoFlow. We're not just getting the EcoFlow battery. We're actually building the software into their battery with Think Plus. So they'll be the first battery on the program across the state of Texas. Can existing EcoFlow customers join the VPP program? Yes, they can. They can join the program, and they'll join the program through your business. So your business will become an affiliate. We will then take that customer data and connect their account to the VPP program. Also, are any utilities involved in this with additional perks? Right now, the utilities are this program. I'm gonna make sure I take that. So when you say perks, right? So what we're building as a VPP, we're isolating the home energy because we're buying the energy off of Encore, CenterPoint during the day at the cheapest, right? So at some point we know during the day it's at 2 cents. So we're storing all that 2 cents energy onto the battery. So right now, not that I know of as far as any additional perks, but I will take that question and we will get it back out as a FAQ and have more details around it for you as well. Any other questions in the chat? If you are ready to get signed up as a partner, what I'm going to do is your rep that reached out to you will be sending an email immediately after this. If you as a partner, if you sign up as an affiliate partner and you have electricity installer partners, okay, so you have installer partners, you can invite them over, but we will connect them to your business. That's something that we're going to be doing for our partners. Who will be responsible for permitting? Will you be replacing the customer's main panel with the EcoFlow Smart Panel? Number one, as far as permitting, right now, it's because the install will be, we'll be managing the install with you as our installer. I'm going to say with some level of confidence, we'll be responsible for permitting, but I'm going to take that back as a FAQ question because right now we're ahead of some of the rollout pieces. That information will be coming out directly from us once you sign up as a partner, but we will confirm that for you. Will you be replacing the customer's main panel with the EcoFlow Smart panel? I don't know if we'll be replacing or adding that to a home, but I will follow up with you. But that is a great question. We will verify that as far as the main panel, will we be replacing or not? I think with EcoFlow, based on our FAQ, that we will be replacing the panel, but I will confirm that and get those FAQs out to you guys. Give me until Monday, and I'll also create a chat for all of you so that you can get the emails from us. But any questions that you have today, or if you come up with questions, I'm going to give you guys an email address at the end to send to. So Jay, great question. Thank you for that.
I think Skylar had another question right under his that you probably thought, or maybe I didn't see it, right over Jay's.
Yep. So do credits from the VPP program roll over for customers, and are the credits able to be cashed out for clients in the form of a check if there is a rollover on customers' bills or just bill credits? So right now, I know we're going to be selling back that energy to the grid. And based on what we rolled out last month at our sales session, we're going to be rolling it as bill credits to the customer. Okay, so we're going to be rolling it back in its bill credits and savings to the customer. I mean, our goal is that we're able to get a customer upwards of 10, 20, 30% savings. I know I see one of our leaders on under Think Partners. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know if they wanted to. I think I didn't know if that was Ed Kinney or one of our partners, but if they want to unmute and share, but I will take that question, but those credits will be rolled over into savings for the customer's bill as bill credits. Battery, March, yes, okay. Any other questions? All right, some of the other questions we get is as far as install scheduling. That is not in place yet. We'll have a system with Eco and Think where we'll be as far as assigning jobs. You'll be contacted based on, some will be zip codes, some will be based on how many jobs you can accept. We will have an assessment to determine, based on how large your business is, how many jobs we can assign to your business at any given time. So some of those things will be coming out to you over the next, as we get into January, and you all are getting into training. So that'll be available there. And then we will get into more detailed questions. By the end of January, we should have pretty much the complete workflow. And right now, many of you, if you're already an EcoFlow installer, you know that it's the same EcoFlow programming, training, and certification, which is fairly simple. And then you will have a Think Plus certification as training as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining. This recording will be published for all of you. So if you registered for this call to get into it, you will get this email.
There's another question.
Another question. Do you receive any unique branding or even affiliate pages for our businesses that show our relationship and details to the program? Something that authenticates our relationship with such a new initiative. I'm going to say to you, that is a great question. And that is a question that I'm going to say that we want you to have that. And so I'm going to work with our leadership and make sure that happens. We want you to brand with us and how we're doing this. We will be partnered with Energy Well, and you guys will be a part of the VPP program. And I think we should look at, I'll look at as far as marketing, where you could have a branded video if you want to put your company's logo on it with us as one of our installers. I know we'll have a website highlighting our installers, but Skylar, we will definitely look at marketing and branding materials for all of our installers that are affiliates and partners. Who is Think Energy? Who is Energy? Jay, were you saying Think Energy or were you saying Energy? Oh, Energy Well. Energy Well is actually one of our parent company, right? Energy Well is Just so you guys know, Think Energy, our investment was from Oak Tree Capital and Brookfield Holdings. They're a $200 billion renewable energy investment fund. And Energy Well is our parent, right? So that's our parent company. We decided to brand the battery itself will be EcoFlow Ocean battery, but it's going to be branded Energy Well with our parent company in this initiative for the battery. Now, for our energy solutions, you'll see Think Energy and Think Plus, but for the battery partnership, it will be with Energy Well. Energy Well is an extremely large renewable energy fund, and they actually have been our parent company, and also our investors, Brookfield Holdings, have continued to invest in us because of this innovation. And they really believe that we're going to do something incredible. And honestly, for all of you in this partnership, I think it will drive incredible new revenue into your business as well. And so we're excited about bringing on new partners. I will tell you all partners, we will be reviewing our partners, all installers and partners will be reviewed. We will do some due diligence. So the key is once you get into the system, we will have you sign up as an affiliate, have you sign up as an installer, but then we will have our quality assurance team. We'll just do some due diligence. I will let you know that. I know somebody asked me that on another call. So with that, and Jay and Skylar, please, I will put up on the screen an email address that I know other things pop up. I know there's other questions that pop up. We want to make sure we're over communicating at this point. We are early in the process. I understand that we could have more information, but we wanted to have an early discussion in this. Also, your affiliate sales leader that reached out to you, that's going to be a good point of contact. They're going to be sending you an email after this. And in that email, they're going to have a recap of this. Also, they'll have a recap of some of the videos that we shared, especially the one on VPP and how that works. If you cannot get in touch with your sales person that reached out to you for any reason, just send an email to battery@thinkenergy.biz. That comes directly to me and my team. And so we will be following up and getting information back out to you. If you do not get an email from the person that invited you in the next hour or so, next hour to 2 hours, go ahead and send an email to this, and we'll send right back to you intro and sign up email. So thank you everybody for joining us. We will be back again at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern with the same overview. And if you have more questions, please let us know. Thank you everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.